I'm
hindi
not
mo
sure I
alam.
want my photos to come back.
Sige na, yung mga...
Sigurado ako pagka, meron pang Friendster ngayon, ang dami na nagre-react doon, nagte-testy doon sa Luka Doncic age.
Ay, for sure.
Luka
So, yung
is
pa rin
an amazing person. We love him here in Dallas.
Luka, testy back.
Bring him back. Bring him back. So is it still the big story of sports up to
What do you
today?
have?
What do you guys have for us?
We're gonna have to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
And of course, we got updates from the NBA, including messages from Anthony Davis and De'Aaron Fox to their former teams, plus results of the games on tap today.
And we've got the latest scores from the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
I'm Jot Sulit, sitting in for Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao, and here's tonight's play-by-play.
On the left side. Bakunas rejecting Esteban for the
Newest Dallas Maverick Anthony Davis posts a heartfelt message as he bids Los Angeles goodbye after 6 years with the Lakers. AD says he will never forget the moment he won a championship with the purple and gold, the very thing that he set out to do when he arrived in 2019. Davis understands the business of basketball, but still, he says that he's grateful for the support and the relationships that he built throughout his stay in LA. He went on to say that LA will always have a special place in his heart. The bro is eager to be with his new team, the Dallas Mavericks. In a special message to fans, he, along with guard Max Christie, shared that they are excited to, quote, do something special and win a lot of games. The two have arrived in Philadelphia for the Mavs matchup against the 76ers tomorrow. Reports say that Christie will be available to play, but AD's Mavs debut will have to wait because of his abdominal strain. Davis and Christie were sent to Dallas as part of a 3-team trade. The Lakers got Luka Doncic, who arrived in LA yesterday. Luka says he's excited to meet the team and the fans as well. A special introductory press conference will be held for him tomorrow.
Mavs fans, your boy AD here.
What's up, it's Max
With
Christie.
Max.
Yes, sir.
And we're excited to be a part of the organization, be a part of the team. We're gonna do something special with y'all, man.
We'll win a lot of games.
A lot of games. We're excited and we can't wait to get on the floor, support the team, and do what we do best.
Yes, sir. Go Mavs.
Go Mavs.
What's up, Lakers fans? I'm in LA. Excited to meet y'all.
I think people are still gonna feel the shockwaves from this for a while.
It still hasn't sunk in.
De'Aaron Fox has also thanked the Sacramento Kings after he was traded to the San Antonio Spurs. In a message, Swipa says he's grateful he got to spend his young adulthood in Sacktown and that his love for the city is unmatched. Fox was drafted 5th overall in 2017 by the Kings and has stayed there ever since before getting traded. Fox shares that he also wanted to end his career in Sacramento and that he didn't expect his tenure to end this way. Fox ended his message by saying that Sacramento will always hold a special place in his heart. The 2023 All-Star, along with Jordan McLaughlin, arrived in San Antonio earlier today, where they were met by Spurs organization officials. Fox will rock the jersey number 4, switching from the number 5 he wore with the Kings. Fox is expected to make his Spurs debut on Thursday against the Atlanta Hawks. Here's Spurs guard Stephon Castle talking about how Fox will fit in with the team.
I feel like he can fit on any team, how versatile he is. So, I've always loved this game. So to be able to, be his teammate now, it's gonna be fun. I'm happy for our future. I feel like every team in the NBA is, trying to push to win championships. So to make a move like that, to get another star in our team like that, it's definitely gonna help us get there. Our expectations were already kind of high for ourselves. So we don't really pay attention to outside noise. We kind of have those expectations already for ourselves. So De'Aaron coming, I feel like he's gonna be right on board with what we're trying to do.
We thought the Luka AD trade was the last big one, and here comes another one involving Two-star as well, the Spurs will try to bounce back in Fox's debut after they lost to the Memphis Grizzlies today. Final score here was 128 to 109 in favor of the Grizz as they took advantage of 23 Spurs turnovers. All-star big man Jaren Jackson Jr. led all scorers with 31 points to go along with 6 rebounds and 3 blocks. Gigi Jackson also stepped up and dropped 27 markers off the bench, and guard Desmond Bane sat out due to a sore ankle. Ja Morant returned from a 2-game absence because of a shoulder injury. He chipped in with 25 points, that is, and 11 dimes. Victor Wembanyama led the Spurs with 27 points, 10 boards, and 2 swats in a losing effort. Memphis improves to a 34-16 win-loss slate, moving a game and a half ahead of the Houston Rockets for the number 2 seed in the West. San Antonio falls to 12th place with 21 victories and 26 defeats. Here's Memphis head coach Taylor Jenkins praising Gigi Jackson, who's made a successful comeback from a broken foot.
Yeah, I mean, just progress every day. His head has been in a great place in terms of just how do I continue to just take strides. It's been a long time. He's realistic, having, played competitive basketball. But I see the strides. He's coming in with the right mentality, the right energy. He and I talked about it the other day. It's like, man, I just got to continue to find a way to just make an impact on defense. I got to rebound more. He's talking about the winning plays. And I said, man, you do that, that's going to unlock everything on the offensive side because I feel like you're making great reads. The other night, knocked down a 3, but some of his playmaking where he was pushing the ball 3 seconds at the 3-point line, gets a piece of the paint, boom, kick out to a corner 3 or kick out to the wing, just having the whole floor in front of him. And then tonight, being in a lot of closeout situations, got downhill a lot. Obviously, his space reads on the perimeter, knocking down shots was big. And the fact that he's still staying locked in on the defensive side, just getting his groove back because it's a guy that we want to continue building up to be a really, really good two-way player.
Meantime, DeAndre Ayton with some retribution against his former team, the Phoenix Suns, to lead the Portland Trail Blazers to their 4th straight dub. Dominaton posted 25 points and 20 rebounds in the Blazers' 121-119 overtime win over the Valley. The 26-year-old center also made 4 clutch free throws to seal the victory. In contrast, Devin Booker missed the last of his 3 foul shots that could have tied the game at 120 in the extra period. D-Book scored 34 points in a losing cause, but became the Suns' all-time leading scorer as he moved past Walter Davis. Portland climbs to 13th in the West with 21 wins and 29 losses. As for the Suns, they're still inside the West play-in picture with 25 victories and 24 setbacks. At the walk-off interview, Ayton talked about the thought process behind his monster double-double.
That's what we do. I mean, I can't even say it enough. The fans really gave us the energy tonight and just got us amped up. We even came out a little slow, but the fans made sure we stayed on our A game, and I just love it. My teammates had my back, talking to me all night. I keep telling you, Brooke, I love it here.
7 of 8 free throws, many of them clutch. What was going through your mind at the line?
Knock all of them down. You know what I'm saying? This is winning start right here. Games like this, we never really been in situations like this, slowing the game down and being poised in the end. I thank God I, made all my free throws in the end. I just kept putting pressure on the glass, and my teammates just finding me tonight.
Speaking of, the biggest plays tonight were your offensive rebounds. Was that your focus?
Most definitely. They had a small lineup in there to make us work, but when the shot go up on our end, I had a chance, just to really chase these boards and just secure possessions and make us have daggers and put us in good positions to the end.
I'm so proud of you. Nice job, and you get to do this again.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Coming up, more NBA news for you as we break down Trae Young's game winner against the Pistons and the Thunder's rousing victory over the Bucks. More on those when Play-by-Play returns.
And we're back. Thanks for joining us here on Play by Play. We're not done talking about the NBA. Trae Young isn't officially an all-star, but his performance against the Detroit Pistons says otherwise. Ice Trae had 34 points, including 17 in the fourth, to lead the Atlanta Hawks to a 132-130 squeaker in Motor City. The flashy point guard was listed probable before the game due to an Achilles tendonitis, but clearly he was still capable of doing Ice Trae things. And once again, he displayed his clutch gene, hitting a highly contested step-back game winner with 1.6 seconds left. Dyson Daniels helped Trae out with 19 markers, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. He also made a crucial stop against Cade Cunningham when Atlanta was up 129-128. Cunningham, for his part, posted 30 points and 14 dimes in a losing cause. The Hawks snapped an 8-game losing skid and climbed to 23 wins and 27 losses to stay 9th in the East. The Pistons are 25 for 7th in the conference. And at the walk-off interview, Ice Trae talked about the game's wild ending and his team's resolve.
I mean, we shouldn't have even been in that moment. To be honest with you, we had a pretty good lead, but they kept fighting, kept playing, and we kept doing the same too. So, I mean, it was a must-win for us, and we needed to do whatever it took.
7 double-figure scores in this game. Just talk about all the ways that the offense was able to get involved and how everybody was able to get involved.
Yeah, I mean, that's been our team identity all year. No matter who's in or who's out, we've all been contributing, and that's what's going to continue to get us wins. And we just got to keep going and keep playing like that, and we're going to be all right.
Quinn Snyder always talks about how sometimes when you play the right way, it doesn't always result in a win. Tonight it did. What does that say about trusting the process?
I mean, this is what we got to do. I mean, we got to continue to trust him, trust the game plan that they give us. They've been giving us great game plans all year, and just got to continue to trust them and let the chips fall where they may, and I feel like they'll be all right.
How's it feel to break the streak?
Feels great. You got to get some more.
No close call for the Oklahoma City Thunder. In fact, they pulverized the depleted Milwaukee Bucks. OKC was in control throughout the match, even leading by as many as a whopping 44 points. The Thunder had such a comfortable lead that they still won by 29, even after the Bucks outscored them in the fourth 21-9. Final score of this blowout, 125-96. MVP candidate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was sharp as ever. He notched 34 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists in 22 minutes. Milwaukee did rest most of its star players this game. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Dame Lillard, Brook Lopez, and Chris Middleton were all out due to injury management. Their top reserve, Bobby Portis, did not play as well because of personal reasons. The Thunder remain on top of the West standings, having 39 wins against 9 losses. The Bucks lose their 4th straight game and drop to 5th in the East with a 26-22 win-loss slate. At the post-game press conference, SGA spoke about maintaining a winning attitude no matter who the opponent is.
Yeah, they were undermanned. We took care of business, played the right way, played our game. Yeah, like tonight was like, we were out there, we did our job, and we're going home. Yeah, I just played my game and took what the defense gave me. I guess they didn't see the emphasis to, I guess, have a low man for some plays, so I tried to take advantage of it. But yeah, they play defense. I try to be aggressive, play my game, and from there, just let the game tell me what to do. Doesn't matter. Woke up this morning with the opportunity to compete. That's what I tried to do today from the jump. Yeah, that's all it pretty much comes down to. I can't control those things. Every day I wake up, I worry about the things I can't control, and my effort and my energy and my play is one of them. So that's what I focus on.
6 more NBA teams saw action today.
Let's take a look at the scores. The Washington Wizards shockingly win 2 games in a row after defeating the Charlotte Hornets 124-114. Jalen Brunson drops 42 points and 10 assists as the New York Knicks take down the Houston Rockets 124-118. The Sacramento Kings win their first game after the De'Aaron Fox trade, beating the Minnesota Timberwolves 116-114.
Meanwhile, another squeaker here as the Indiana Pacers escape the Utah Jazz 112-111 for their fourth straight win. Nikola Jokic posts his usual triple-double in the Denver Nuggets 125-113 dub over the New Orleans Pelicans. And lastly, Steph Curry leads the Golden State Warriors to a 104-99 victory over the Orlando Magic. The NBA's mid-season classic is almost here. Catch the NBA's biggest superstars and watch the 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend live from February 15 to 17 on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, RPTV, and Pilipinas Live.
The 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend is heading to the Bay Area. Witness the razzle-dazzle skills, the long-range bombs, gravity-defying slam dunks, and the grandest star-studded basketball exhibition on the planet. Catch the NBA All-Star Weekend from February 15 to 17 on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, RPTV, and Pilipinas Live.
Ooh, I know we can't wait for that. Back here at home, it's playoff season once again in the PBA. The quarterfinals of the Commissioner's Cup tip off tomorrow. The first game will feature the third-seeded Converge Fiber Xers taking on the sixth-seeded Rain or Shine Elastopainters in Game 1 of their best-of-3 series. The match starts at 5 p.m. Converge will approach the series with caution even after they beat Rain or Shine in their elimination round matchup 103-96. The Fiber Xers had to overcome a 17-point deficit in a game that saw Elastopainters head coach Yang Yao get ejected. Then at 7:30 p.m., the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel Gin Kings and Meralco Bolts renewed their playoff rivalry in Game 1 of their best-of-3 tilts. Last week, 91-87, but Bolts import Akil Mitchell did not play in that game. Mitchell's availability will be worth noting in the playoffs. Mitchell had missed Meralco's last 2 games, including the one against Ginebra, and both ended in Meralco losses. Tomorrow's matchups will be at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, but you can also watch the games live on PBA Rush, RPTV, and the Pilipinas Live app. After the break, back-to-back wins for the PLDT high-speed hitters after sweeping the Farm Fresh Foxies. We've got PVL updates when play-by-play returns. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. The PLDT high-speed hitters break into the top 3 of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. That's after they overpower the Farm Fresh Foxies in straight sets 25-20, 25-17, and 25-19. Phil Canadian spiker Savvy Davison was spot on for the high-speed hitters. She tallied 26 points on 23 attacks and 3 blocks to go with 6 excellent receptions. Mika Reyes scored in double digits as well with 10 markers on 9 attacks and a block. Angge Alcantara pulled the strings with 12 excellent sets, garnering Player of the Match honors. PLDT now has a 6-3 record. Farm Fresh has a 4-5 slate to remain 9th in the standings. After the match, PLDT head coach Rald Ricafort spoke about the team finally being healthy at the tail end of the preliminaries.
Yun nga yung good problem namin with this lineup. Talagang ang issue lang namin usually paano siya i-manage nga na lahat nabigyan ng opportunity lagi or pag hinugot dapat sakto talaga para tumugma sa game plan. Pero yun nga, tama yung point na yung pag-preserve saka yung kasi lahat na rin ng teams gumagana na rin yung scouting eh. So, alam niyo, mabago lang na onti yung mga bagay-bagay. So, malaking tulong talaga. Lalo yung mga positions namin na fill up na lahat maayos at kompleto. Remaining games, nandun muna kami talaga, one game at a time. Happy kami na kahit paano yung standing namin ngayon nasa gitna pa rin. Pero yun nga, kailangan siya i-maintain or kailangan pa namin umangat para by the time na padulo na maganda pa rin yung standing.
Meantime, the Petrogas Angels secure their 6th straight win. The Angels had to overcome a gallant stand from the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells, winning in 4 sets, 25-20, 24-26, 28-26, and 25-22. Myla Pablo and Brooke Van Sickle combined to lead Petrogas in the victory. Van Sickle finished with 27 points built on 25 attacks and 2 service aces to go along with 15 excellent digs and 5 excellent receptions. Pablo added a conference-high 22 markers. The Angels improved to 7-1 for second in the standings, just behind the unbeaten Creamline Cool Smashers. The Thunderbells dropped to 4-5 and are still 8th in the standings.
It's an all-NBA lineup for tonight's highlight reel. Let's check these plays out. I know you're going to have a lot of fun. Let's start out with a play from the Rockets versus Knicks. Look at this. Amen Thompson, ooh, that in and out crossover. It took the ankles of President Chua, and he's landed home. Alfred Şengün loving that one from his young teammate. Wow, what action from Thompson. He actually finished with a triple-double of 25 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 of his points coming by way of that nasty dunk. Next up is the same game, but a different player. This time, it's Thompson's teammate, our kababayan, Jalen Green. Look at him, drive by Brunson. My goodness, it's almost a dunk, but he got the layup. But look at that, how sweet that move was. Switching right to left. Michael Jordan, is that you? Athleticism in full display for JG, who finished with 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, but the Rockets unfortunately dropped this one 124-118 against the Knicks. How about some action from the Spurs versus the Grizzlies? Spurs come up with a steal. Stephon Castle, he sees Wemby in the corner of his eye. He throws it off the glass, and that's how you finish a fast break. Great connection between Castle and Victor Wembanyama. Is there anything that the French phenom cannot do? He finished with 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Castle had 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. As we mentioned, more NBA. Another play coming from this game. Let's come from the Grizz this time, as G.G. Jackson, open court, he's gonna finish with a windmill coming from that nice pass from Yuki Kawamura. Jackson, if you guys had followed his career, he just returned from a broken foot a year ago. And now he's back to doing these things. in-game windmill slams. The 20-year-old Jackson scored 27 points off the bench, and this were 2 of his 27 points. Man, a spectacular slam. Grizzlies, more importantly, they won over the Spurs 128 to 109. And we have to talk about this play. Finally, Hawks versus Pistons. Game tied. Trae Young calls game. Ice Trae does his thing again. Step back under duress. Defense was there. Trae doesn't care. Malik Beasley now in a Trae highlight. He finished with 34 points, 17 in the fourth. And that also went along with 9 assists. The Hawks win in Detroit 132 to 130 to halt an 8-game skid. Incredible highlights throughout the NBA and just exciting action we're seeing a lot of lately so far, Check.
So much for the highlights, Jotsulit.
Oh, I love doing highlights.
All right, we have more because before we go, with the PBA celebrating its 50th anniversary, this year the league is gearing up to complete its list of the 50 greatest players in history. Commissioner Willie Marshall announced the formation of a selection panel that will review and choose 10 additional honorees to join the 40 greats previously named. Leading the panel are 4-time MVP Ramon Fernandez, along with fellow MVP winners Atoy Ko and Alan Kaidik. The group also includes championship coach Dante Silverio, former PBA Commissioner Sonny Barrios, veteran sports editors Ding Marcelo, Al Mendoza, and PSA President Nelson Beltran. Broadcasting icons Kinito Henson and Andy Yao were also invited to join the panel. The committee will hold its first meeting on February 6, kickstarting a series of deliberations to finalize the additional names who will be immortalized in PBA history. And, I mean...
Please
I
don't.
just want to know. I want to know who's going to make it this year.
Well, obviously, Junmar Fajardo has to be a shoe-in, right?
I think that's one of the names that will not be a surprise at all.
Even imagine though, Check, in the last 10 years, there's only been 2 MVPs in the PBA. And Junmar and Scotty Thompson.
And Scotty became MVP the year
Junmar was
injured.
Yeah. Junmar has been so dominant. You know what, just put him there already.
So we know, we already know Junmar is going to be a shoo-in. But, you know, I guess we'll find out later on when the 9 other names come.
We'll let the committee decide.
Yes. We will be waiting and we will be reporting on that, and we are excited.
That's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Jot Sulit, sitting in for Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Tuncalao. Thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.